It is your boy, Black Ronin, back on that again with another banger for y'all. It's out here today there, y'all. Welcome on back to the channel. And y'all, it's been a while since I made one of these types of videos before, but I gotta get on into it because I seen a few of these video topics pop up before my timeline. A few other light-skinned, mulatto brothers like myself, and I was like, dang, I'm really resonating with it. But I gotta make another video. Well, but let me scratch that. I'm making this video because I gotta put in my 2 cents on all this. And guys, title this video top 3 things most people get wrong about mixed race, light skin, mulatto black men here in America. Because guys, it's pretty flabbergasting at like just how out of touch of reality a lot of Americans are. Now, I'm only speaking for America. I can't speak for everywhere else in the world, but here in America, it's something. I gotta get into it. Now, I will say I'm very proud and comfortable in my own skin. I'm very, very happy to be who I am. But I definitely know in America, most people are super, super insecure, and it's really bad on both sides. But I gotta get into it, guys. So coming in at number 3. This literally happened literally just a few moments, which is why I had to make this video. But I think I honestly blame the media for this. But to everybody's watching, like, y'all do realize there is straight mulatto black men. Y'all know that, right? Because, like, I don't know what it is, but I get astronomically more attention from the alphabet community by a long shot. Now, I get it. I'm a fine ass motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Like, here's me right here. I'm not even gonna lie. But, and heck, I was just looking in the mirror a few moments ago, seeing how shredded I was today, so. But it's just like every time, this is why I don't do dating apps anymore. This is why, if you are a light skinned black mulatto man, you need to be cold approaching. Screw dating apps. Like, I know you're 80% of people that you're gonna like 80% of people that's trying to match with you is gonna be dudes. You got these femboys out here, like, literally, even after putting straight in my profile, ain't nothing but femboys, trans, old dudes. These are the type of people that's trying to get at me. Even at the workplace, I noticed. Now, mind you, I always been a pretty active person growing up in life. So I've always been in sports and stuff. But after high school, I did fell off a little bit. Low key, I kind of fell off on purpose because, like, even back as a teenager, this was me as a teenager right here. Still really attractive. And even back then, like, it was a mixture, like like I'll get attention from women, but it'll be a lot of dudes too. And I'm just like, y'all, I'm straight. Like, like, I mean, thank y'all for complimenting, but, like, I'm trying to deal with women over here. And I don't know where this notion came from, but I'm just sitting back like, bro, like, looking back, I see why I did fell off, after high school on purposely got chubby and stuff, cause I was just like, man, I'm tired of these dudes up here trying to get at me. But as I gotten older, got more mature of a mind, I know how to navigate this. And basically, I know I just have to put myself out there more and just talk to more people in real life, because this online dating, nah. If you a mulatto looking dude, go talk to people in real life, because yeah, online dating, nah, that ain't for us, if I'm being real with you. Like, your major demographic that's coming your way is gonna be with the alphabet community. I don't know why, but and I think that really has to do with honestly the way that we're represented in the media, because it's very rare that you see a lot of straight, strong, masculine, mulatto, light-skinned black men out there in the media. You just don't see that as much. I don't know why. But that's a big issue. And I'm an actor myself. I'm not up there yet, but, I do accept certain type of roles, because I do care about my image, and it's certain roles I'm just not going to play. I don't care how far I make it, but, I'm not about to compromise certain things. But, that's a big issue right there. And unfortunately in America, a lot of people just, if they see something on TV, they automatically assume that it translates to real life. So I blame the media for this false notion of us, being always swinging on the other team. Like, nah, Now you do got a few masculine figures and stuff that that are decent, in terms of representation. You got Steph Curry. I guess you can say Drake, even though he's not looking the best in the spotlight at the moment. But still, like there. And then you also got David Goggins, even though he's a social media person. He's probably the best person that we got in our space, if I'm just being honest. So that's one thing, guys. Would like that people get wrong about us, automatically assuming that we swing for the other team. Like even at the workplace, man. Like as I get more in shape, because I work out in a excuse me, excuse me, y'all. But I work in a warehouse, and I'm literally getting shredded by the week. So, and I've been seeing how dudes been acting lately. They've been acting a little kind of flamboyant lately. They coming around. I'm just like, and these some old ass motherfuckers too. Like these ain't like my generation. These is old dudes. I'm like, nah, like, cause dudes ain't that friendly now. Dudes ain't that friendly, and I'm watching it. I ain't got nothing against that community. Like I said, I got a few in the family, few as friends and stuff like that. But I be watching certain behaviors, man, and yeah, like I didn't realize how many of y'all was out there until I got back in that gym, and had a bigger glow up and shit. But yeah, so just be aware of that. If you a light skinned dude out here, that's it's insane. Like the ratio is just crazy between men and women that's coming your way. But we got that out the way, and we know this stems from the media. So that's the first thing. And then coming in at number 2, a lot of things people get wrong about us. First of all, we get the most hate. If I'm keeping it real with you, we get the most hate from everybody, because you have to understand, we fall into a category where we can go wherever the hell we want. If we want to go get with a white girl, we can do that. Get with a black girl, we can do that. Asian, whatever we want, because, our phenotype, what's cool about us is like, if we go white, that child is most likely going to come out very white passing and can still blend in with, other white people. But still, you might be able to kind of tell that person's mixed, but at the end of the day, they can still fit in with, the white peers. Now, but at the same time, they could come out more like me, like more with a black appeal to them. So, but still, you still got that leeway to go kind of anywhere with, like regarding women. And then with the black, like literally with the black people, you go with the black woman, yeah, like you can go over there, and see, it's really a big fetish with us, because it's like, oh, I want our kids to have certain features and this and that. That's really what it comes down to. So you really have to check certain women when it comes down to, what they're looking for. Cause like, I don't mind, like, I'm glad you like my features, but what else do you like about me? Like, do you actually like my personality? Do you like just what I'm going for in life, my future? Like, do you just actually like me as a person, or is it just for external factors? Which, don't get me wrong, every man should be strong. Every man should hit the gym and be healthy as possible and have a future. But do we actually connect on a deeper level? So definitely look for that. But yeah, just be aware of that. And going back to the hate, the main reason you're going to get the most hate is because you have to understand, America is a very insecure place. So when you're standing out and you really stand out, and you're not something that we don't really see like that as often, because like you go to certain places around America as a light skinned dude, you're really gonna turn heads, So whether it be for good or bad, but you're gonna get a lot of hate because you have the power to pull whatever woman you want, and especially you're strong and confident. Yeah, strong and confident. You're gonna have you're gonna have pretty much whatever you want at that point. And I think that scares a lot of dudes when you come around, because like, oh man, like you can see it in their face too. Like, it's been plenty of instances where it's like, like I already know the red flags too, because whenever I hear a dude say like, "Oh, I wish I can be light skinned so I can," that's a red flag. I honestly don't even want to hang with you because I low key I can sense your jealousy, which you shouldn't even be jealous, bro. Because like, I mean, we got our own issues over here, you know. So I don't know why you even want to say that statement, you know. Low key, I'm like you on my watch list at that point, you know, when you say that. Because like the jealousy, you gotta be very, very careful with who jealous of you, because especially with these dudes out here, these dudes will try to downplay you and throw you under the bus quick, you know. So you gotta watch out for them. Yeah, them jealous ones, which I don't know why, you know, because every man can hit the gym, every man can improve themselves. So it's like it's no point for the hate, you know. But America's very lazy. This is a lazy society. Nobody believes in hard work like that anymore. So if you are that dude that's still grinding and putting in that work and trying to be the best version possible, just understand if you fall into my category and you happen to look, you know, like mulatto looking, you know, and you really stand out as a light skinned black dude, you're gonna get a lot of hate. So keep that in mind and understand there was a time that race mixing was illegal here in America. So keep that in mind too. Even though it's 2025, but we do got some ignorance out there still roaming around, but don't pay them no mind. For the most part, you can kind of pull up whatever you want, but not everywhere. But just watch your environment, you know, because you know it's so many insecure people here. Like it's ridiculous. Like nobody has gained their confidence. Is that like it's crazy, you know? So keep that in mind. You're gonna get a lot of hate. And then coming in at number one. All right, so number one, I gotta get into. This is also a big one, but I gotta get into you don't really fit in. That's the main thing. Number one is that you don't fit in quite well with anybody, if I'm keeping it 100 with you, because like it's like you go over here, it's like yeah, you can kind of fit in, but at the same time it's like you really you kind of do feel a little bit like an alien at times, you know, when you're this type of dude, because it's like looking around, you don't really see as many people like you, unless you're in a major city. But like me, I'm not in a major city like that anymore. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, you just really stand out, and it's a little lonely at times, you know? So just keep that in mind. And, but if you're raised with the right values, you know, you can overcome anything. You got God, you can overcome anything. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you mainly for like people who are in these types of relationships, you know, interracial stuff, you know, just understand, you know, that my type of group, you know, you got to put us in a diverse area. So location kind of do matters with us, you know, not say we can't do well, but it's like we'll have a better shot at just everything, you know, opportunities and stuff if we're in a more diverse place where that's more geared to us, you know. So just keep that in mind too. But yeah, that's really all I got to say, you know. Let me know what you guys think. It is your boy Black Ronin, and yeah, I'll be catching y'all on the next one. Let me know what y'all want to see more videos like this, and y'all take it easy.